You're about to listen to a special broadcast of the Energy Hour, typically on AM 1070 The Answer, 12 to 1 on Saturdays. Your host is Dave Brown, and you're going to get some special prices, so listen carefully and take down this phone number, 832-464-7176, 832-464-7176, to take advantage of all the special prices just for listening. Enjoy the show. Welcome back. This is Dave Brown, and this is the Energy Hour, where we talk about radiant barrier, solar fans, attic insulation, how we can save you money on your energy bills week after week after week.
Oh, please. Thank you. Please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome back. This is Dave Brown. I am the Energy Hour host, and it seems like they're applauding all of the special rates that we announced only for the listeners. So if you're just tuning in, we've been talking about a special rate on insulation, and we're going to give away some more free stuff, but you got to listen to the program to get all of the benefits. Now, the first thing we talked about was energy efficiency. We tried to educate you. I always try to give you a nice framework on what different things do and why you really need them. And then I go into the details of how it really, really works. After that, then I give you an opportunity to take advantage of some really great specials. That's why it takes kind of an hour to really build up all this information and then allow you to take part of the things that you think will benefit you the most. So we talked about blown-in insulation, a special rate of 90 cents a square foot for, by the way, we use John Manville insulation. It's hypoallergenic and anti-asthmatic. It's the best product on the market. I've seen other products, and it's just not as good as this John Manville product. So we use that blown-in product. We also do some really value-added things that really help you along the way with the free baffles, and we clear your soffit vents so that the attic keeps breathing. Now, once we've done all that and we've insulated the attic and we've aerated it and let the air come in more, now what we want to talk about is adding some active airflow. Active airflow? What are you talking about, Dave? Active airflow is the installation of a solar attic fan. So why should I do that, Dave? Well, I'll tell you. Ridge vents just are not enough. Ridge vent will allow airflow to come out at a very slow rate, maybe 50, 60 cubic feet per minute. And it just doesn't keep up with the pace of the heat buildup in your attic, even during the cool months. So you want to introduce active airflow. Now, if you have a really steep roof, you probably won't need an active airflow as much because the steeper the roof, the greater the draw. It's kind of like a wood stove. When you have a longer pipe, you get more air coming through that wood stove, and so the fire burns higher, right? So attic is the same way. If you have a steeper roof, you have a lot more draw that's coming through that attic. So in that case, if it's super steep, you probably won't need an active airflow. But most homes in this region have shallow roof pitches. And if they have shallow roof pitches, well, then there's nowhere for the heat to go. And that ridge vent that's pulling air at about 50 cubic feet is no match for the incredibly powerful 30-watt Remington solar attic fan that pulls at 1,550 cubic feet per minute. Oh, my God. That's just a much like night and day. So you've ever sat in front of a fan on a hot day and how good that feels? Or when you've been hot and you sit down and you get a nice breeze come across? Well, that's exactly what you'll be doing when you add a solar attic fan, is you're adding active airflow. So can you imagine how your HVAC system is going to really love it now? You know, imagine what an HVAC, if an HVAC system could talk, what would it say? I have a feeling it'd have a deep voice, and it'd probably be like, hey, man, you're going to leave me up in this attic all this time? That's just my rendition of what an HVAC would sound like. And jokes aside, anything that sits in a hot environment breaks down much more quickly. So just imagine if your HVAC was human and how much it would love the idea of you adding 1 or 2 solar attic fans just to cool down the environment. It would feel exactly how you feel on a hot day, and then you feel that nice cool breeze. It would feel relief. So I'm going to tell you exactly how this works. The solar attic fan takes energy from the sun, converts it to electricity, and turns a fan that sucks the air out of your attic. It brings it in through the soffit vents. And remember when we talked about those free baffles that we were going to put into your attic? Well, that's where they come into handy. They come into play, I should say. They allow that air to continue to flow all the way up to the solar attic fans, which is sucking the air through at 1,550 cubic feet per minute. And if you have 2, that's 3,000 or 3,100 cubic feet per minute, pulling air through your attic, cooling the air in the attic, extending even further the life of your HVAC system, cooling down the interior of your attic. Therefore, the heat transfer does not happen as much through your insulation, and your underlayment of your roof doesn't get baked all day long. It is God-powered, which I love using that term, so that you don't pay for the electricity every month like a wired fan. It's also lifetime warranted, and it comes with a built-in 30% federal tax credit. So therefore, 30% of the price of the fan is given back to you in the form of cash. Now, if that's not a good deal, I don't know one. But I want to make it a lot more clear. And let's talk about the fan itself. It's 18 by 18 all the way around, 18 inches by 18 inches. And it has a 14-inch diameter hull. So you have 4 inches of flashing all the way around. These are leak-proof. They go under a layer of shingles and on top of the other layer. So they really act as another layer of shingles to keep the water from coming into your attic. And of course, when the Attic Buddies crew installs them, we do use caulking silicone so that we actually have another layer of protection so that you don't have to worry about that as possibly being a problem. So we talked about 30-watt solar fans, 1,550 cubic feet per minute of air getting sucked through your attic, cooling down the attic at the rate of 1,500 square foot per hour. So you're turning over that air, right? When you do that, you reduce the chances of mold and moisture. It has a beautiful sensor that hangs into the attic, and it reads the true temperature, not the surface temperature, because it's always going to be hot at the surface, but it's going to be a nice little dangling sensor hanging in your attic so that it reads humidity and temperature. So if the humidity rises above 75%, it kicks on the fan. If the temperature rises above 85 degrees, which is almost every day, the fan kicks on. That's the kind of real protection you want in your attic. Now, once you do that, here's what we want to add to you, just as an added value. The solar attic fan installed is traditionally and regularly $999. Okay? It's not going to be that much. We're going to take off actually $200, so it's going to cost you $799 installed. But don't forget, you're going to get the 30% federal tax credit. So that's going to take off another additional 200 and some odd dollars. I haven't done the math. So you're talking about just a little bit above $500 per fan. And that's a value that you really can't say no to. And if that is not enough, we have instituted a new service that we want to unveil right now. We're going to blow your roof off of pine needles and leaves. If we're already up there installing solar fans, why wouldn't we then turn on our blower and blow off all of the debris that can, first of all, cause leaks in your roof? Debris on your roof cause so much problems, and this is the season where you're going to have more of it. So the value of that, typically, we charge 10 cents per square foot. So now you can just call us if you want roof blowing. We'll be happy to do it. It's 10 cents per square foot. And many of your roof area is going to be a lot larger than your attic. So if your attic is 1,500 square feet, your roof could be about 3,000 square feet. So we'll blow that off for free when you get 2 or more fans installed. So how's that? I mean, that's a real good offer. And if you combine that with all the other offers, the insulation, if you got the insulation and the solar fans, you're talking about almost $1,000 off whatever services that we're offering you. So you really can't beat that. You got to call us though, and you can only call during the show to get these benefits. And that phone number is 832-464-7176. 832-464-7176. This is the Energy Hour. My name is Dave Brown. I am the host and the owner of Attic Buddies. And I tell you what, some of the best customers are just like you. They're people who want to do well. They believe in fairness and honesty, and that's why we also reflect those values. And our main objective is to increase the value of your home while increasing comfort and longevity of these major purchases. Because if you've ever purchased an HVAC system, they're not cheap.
You have been listening to the Energy Hour with your host, Dave Brown. If you need insulation, call Attic Buddies at 832-464-7176. 832-464-7176.